Once you start using some audiophile earphones, it's really not easy to go back to regular true wireless earphones, and even though TWS earphones are getting really good, they still can't quite match the excellence that you will get with high-end IEMs. iFi Audio's GoPod Air fixes this problem by just letting you use your wired IEMs like true wireless earphones, and it is a next level experience to listen to your earphones like this. There have been products like this before, but iFi's way of doing it is more refined, so let's check it out. Inside its box, you'll get the manuals and the iFi sticker, and then there is the zipper case which has the GoPod's Air inside along with the extra MMCX adapter, and there's a Type-C cable for charging. The case of the GoPod Air is actually quite lightweight, and it almost looks like a regular hardcover case that you would get with wired earphones. Instead of a magnetic clasp, you zip and unzip to open it, and this is definitely larger than your typical true wireless earphone case, but it's almost the same size as the case that you get with your wired earphones, and I don't see how they could have made this smaller. It is quite light and easy to carry at just 106 grams with IEMs attached. The pods themselves are also quite minimal, and a really great thing about the GoPod Air is that they come with both 2-pin and MMCX adapters, so unlike other options that you have to buy separate versions of, you can attach all your earphones, and you can even buy ear loops for Pentacon and S-Tron connectors, which I have not even seen yet. You can play, pause, change tracks and control volume by touching the GoPods, and the pods are quite responsive to touch, so these functions work very well. One small issue that you may run into is that when putting them on, it is easy to have unintended touches, but they did keep this issue in mind, so with 4 taps on these pods, you can disable or enable the touch controls. Wearing them is quite simple, and the ear hooks work very well with IEMs. This is actually a really good way of wearing your wired earphones. It stays super secure on your ears, so you can use it while gymming, and this can be even more comfortable than regular TWS earphones as the weight is distributed on your ears. The only problem is that if you wear glasses with thick frames, then it's not going to be as comfortable as using it without glasses, but I was still able to use them with my glasses without issues. They are also IPX5 rated, so using them at the gym or light showers of water shouldn't damage them. The GoPod Air costs $250 or around 21,000 Indian rupees, and that is on the expensive side for a true wireless solution. The small batteries in these products lose their health in a few years, so I asked iFi if the batteries were user replaceable, and they said that this is an IPX5 rated product, so the batteries aren't user replaceable, but you can send this to an iFi service center or to their distributors and they will replace the battery for you. iFi claims 7 hours of battery life on the pods and another 8 hours on the case, which means that you can only charge them one time with the case, and that is not very impressive. This is the most basic version of their GoPod lineup, so you can check out the other options with 35 hours of total battery. Do give this video a thumbs up if you're liking it so far. They also have an app for these, and you can use this app to enable or disable codecs, upgrade the firmware, and you can even change the digital filters here. This may have been a placebo, but I did feel that they sounded better with the Bit Perfect mode enabled. Finally, let's talk about the sound now, and I have to say that listening to hi-fi audio on wireless earphones just feels so weird at first. Like, you know how this will work, but having this kind of an audio quality without wires is truly an experience. You just don't expect this level of detail and the soundstage without wires. With support for codecs like LDAC, aptX HD, LDHC, you can get close to lossless quality, and there are new codecs like aptX Lossless now, but LDAC is also pretty good and it is supported by almost every device. I tried this with my SimGot EA1000s and Kiwi Ears Quintet, and you just get the quality that these earphones are known for without wires. Once you hear their sound, this ear hook mechanism and this unusual way of using wired earphones just feels so worth it. One thing that I noticed is that the sound of your earphones gets noticeably warmer, so they do feel bassier than they should sound. There could be many reasons why this is the case. I don't know if it's the balanced connection, the difference in codec, or just the tuning of these pods. If you really want the most neutral sound signature, then you may have to use EQ, or you may actually find the bass boost to improve your listening experience. Now, I will not say that the sound quality on these is exactly the same as plugging your earphones into a high-end DAC amp, and it's not easy to switch the connection quickly and check for sound quality differences, but I will say that the sound is quite close to how your earphones will sound over a cable, and most people shouldn't find any bothersome differences. Another thing not strictly related to them is that you get really excellent noise isolation from your IEM, and that is just not possible with regular TWS earphones. Now, I don't know how much the following features help with the sound, but they do seem to have some neat tricks that give you you a higher quality than other similar options. Every stage like Bluetooth, DAC and amp are separate and optimized individually, and they have a dedicated Qualcomm chip for Bluetooth reception. The amp stage is actually balanced, which is very interesting, and the GoPod Air have an automatic impedance feature, so they adjust to the impedance of your earphones with 3 different levels for optimal amplification with different models. They also have what iFi calls crystal clear microphones for phone calls with noise suppression, but I found this microphone to sound just okay, and you can probably hear why. This is still better than a typical pair of TWS earphone, and the mic is placed in a very odd spot, so it must not be easy to capture high quality audio from there. iFi Audio now has 3 different models in their GoPod lineup. The GoPod Air is the entry-level model, and then there is the regular GoPod, and now there is also a new GoPod Max with even more features. You may not hear a sound quality difference between the GoPod Air and the higher-end GoPod, because the only difference in the higher-end GoPod is that their amplification stage is more powerful with support for even 300 ohm earphones. The GoPod Air easily drove all of my earphones, so unless you have something very exotic that demands that extra power, you should get the same sound quality with both models, and I think that really makes the GoPod Air a great value in this lineup. When you compare this with the GoPod Max, the Max has support for aptX lossless, and it has some extra features that can make high-end IEM sound even better. Very few devices support aptX lossless as of now, but there are some differences that can make it worth it for top-level IEMs. The GoPod and GoPod Max models do have much better battery life in their case, with the compromise being a bigger and heavier package. So the iFi GoPod Air is definitely a very well thought out product, and it does deliver on all the promises it makes about making your audiophile earphones wireless. There are some compromises that you will have to have with any product like this, but iFi has really tried to minimize them. The only real shortcoming that I can think of is the extra battery life in its case, but 15 hours is still good enough to not run out on a single trip, so I don't think that it will be an issue for people who use this. So let me know what you think about this very unique thing in the comments. I'll have the links to check it out in the description. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.